Hey guys, this is Chris with Rekkid Talk. So we're going to do 5 records in 5 minutes, and we're going to do it about Australia today. So maybe we could talk about Australian things like Aussie rules football, and shrimp on the Barbie, and crocodiles, and um, cricket. I got my cricket hat on, but no, we're going to talk about some of their bands. So let's talk about the greatest Australian rock band of the last 45 years. High energy, straightforward, ahead rock and roll. They begin with the letter A. Of course, I'm talking about Amyl and the Sniffers. Comfort to Me, their second release. So you've got just the energetic Amy L. Taylor, and her crew. Wonderful songs like Guided by Angels and Maggot and Knifey on this album. And Amy Taylor, she's sort of like the love child of Iggy Pop and Wendy O. Williams. Uh, but there are other great Australian rock bands who begin with the letter A. So here's ACDC, Back in Black. Uh, I'm certainly not an ACD completist. In fact, this is the only ACDC album I own. So, of course, we know this album. First album with Brian Johnson after Bon Scott passed away. Some of the songs are overplayed, but some of the songs are a little bit lewd and crude. But hey, that's ACDC for you. Uh, Maybe a bit classier than ACDC. One of my favorites from back in the 80s would be In Excess. I was always most partial to their Listen Like Thieves album. Again, this was the album that was actually my entry point to this particular band. Kiss the Dirt, Good and Bad Times, This Time. There's a lot of really cool songs on this album. Of course, they became pretty massive with Kick after this. But they had a couple cool albums before this as well. Of course, things eventually went horribly wrong, culminating with Michael Hutchinson's premature death. Who else do we have from the land down under? Well, recently we have Courtney Barnett. This is her latest album, Things Take Time, Take Time. So this is got some really strong songwriting. Maybe is not a little bit mellower than some of her previous work. This is the only one I have on vinyl. I have some of her earlier stuff downloaded, which sounds great as well. But, and of course, I've got the fancy Vinyl Me Please version. It comes on this cool blue splattery vinyl. And so I like Courtney Barnett. Who else do I like from Australia? Well, I like Midnight Oil. I don't have any Midnight Oil on vinyl. I like Men at Work. I don't have any Men at Work on vinyl. The Divinyls, of course. I think there's a lot of bands from Australia that never really made it in the U.S., but I like Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. So this is a 4-song live EP. Distant Sky, live in Copenhagen. This came out in like 2018. I'm certainly not a Nick Cave completist, but would be great to listen to on headphones, or just it really crescendos, and this is something you kind of want to listen to loud to get the full emotional impact of it. So, alright, so we did 5 Australian bands in 5 minutes. Amyl and the Sniffers, ACDC, In Excess, Courtney Barnett, Nick Cave, and the Bad Seeds, with over 10 seconds to spare.